Welcome back to the Cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Ethereum is experiencing a perfect breakout to the upside out of these bullish patterns on the chart. In just a moment, I'll be covering my next Ethereum price targets and also some brand new patterns that are forming right now. Definitely make sure you're watching all the way to the end of this video, especially if you hold Ethereum. And just before we jump into it, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. But with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see here, this is the bullish diamond bottom formation that I've been talking about over the past few days now on the channel. I'll let you know exactly 2 days ago right here that we are breaking out to the upside. What we need to see to confirm this breakout is ideally a retest of this exact level. And then I'll let you know yesterday that we were in the middle of this retest phase. And if we simply hold that level, then we're due for some more bullish price action. And we've seen exactly that play out. And so obviously, congratulations for any of you that did end up taking that trade or even just accumulating some more Ethereum at these levels. Like I said, I was over the past few days here. But anyway, getting into the price target for this pattern, that is coming in at around 4.7k, which by the way, from the point of the breakout to that price target was a potential 11% gain. But from where Ethereum is right now, at least at the time of filming this video, to that price target, that is still another 4% gain approximately. And staying on the 4-hour time frame, but jumping over to this chart right here, this is of course the symmetrical triangle pattern that I covered yesterday on the channel, but we did not form a third touch point along resistance or support. So once again, we only saw 2 touch points along resistance and 2 touch points along support. And then obviously the breakout straight to the upside after only 2 touch points. So because of that, this isn't necessarily a valid pattern on the chart because really we need to see 3 bounces from either support or resistance to confirm a triangle pattern. But with that being said, this triangle pattern gives us the same price target as this diamond bottom formation anyway. But what else we can see here on the chart is the fact that the RSI on the 4-hour time frame is looking really bullish here. We are in a nice uptrend. And that is not all. Ethereum has finally broken back above the 95 EMA on the 4-hour chart, which is a really bullish sign because during this previous uptrend for Ethereum back in October and early this month, Ethereum was constantly finding major supports along this exact moving average with perfect bounces along the way up. And then Ethereum only started to flip bearish once we finally lost that level. And since Ethereum broke that EMA, we have found 2 rejections from this exact moving average. But once again, right now we are breaking out to the upside, showing us that Ethereum is quite possibly beginning a new uptrend here in the shorter term. What we really need to do now is simply hold above that level. That is very important. And right now, this level that we need to hold above is coming in at around 4,350 approximately. For as long as Ethereum can find supports at that level, we're looking really good here in the shorter term. And especially now that Ethereum is forming this pattern just here. This is a bump and run reversal pattern. This pattern is broken up into 3 separate phases. The first phase is the lead-in phase, which is this price action right here. And then we have the bump, which is this phase right here. And then the third and final phase for this pattern is the run phase, when we can finally break back above this line of resistance right here. Then as the name suggests, Ethereum goes for a bull run to the upside. So as of right now, even though this pattern is forming and has almost completed, we haven't confirmed a breakout to the upside just yet. So keep that in mind. We need to see a break above this level, which I will mention in just a moment. And what's very interesting about this level right here is if you're bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from the all-time high down to this swing low, what we can see here is the golden pocket, the most important Fibonacci level, coming in at that same level of resistance. And by the way, the golden pocket just here is in between 4,530 and around 4,550. So if Ethereum can break above 4,550 and ideally flip that into support, or at the very least see some more volume coming in here to back up this move, then a breakout above that price level just there would confirm that this pattern is playing out. And the technical price target for this bump and run reversal pattern is simply the beginning of the lead-in phase, which is the all-time high for Ethereum, coming in just below 4.9k. So if Ethereum can break above that level, that would set up a potential move to the upside of around 7.5%. Now with that being said, zooming out to the 12-hour time frame for Ethereum, we are really in a deciding moment because throughout the entire length of this correction so far, just about, I have been comparing it to the September correction simply because of how similar we are looking. The subscribers on this channel that have been watching the videos over the past 1 to 2 weeks would already know about all of this information by now. But for the new viewers on the channel, what we could see in both corrections here is the fact that we corrected down to the 38.2% Fibonacci level, and then we found major support at that level for a little over a week, both times here with a sideways consolidation, and then around a week to a week and a half after the initial move to the downside, we actually had a decent sized bounce back to the upside for Ethereum back in September, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. So what did Ethereum do back here that we need to be paying attention to right now for a possible correction to the downside? Well, just zooming into the September correction, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from that high down to this swing low, what we can see here is that bounce to the upside after finding supports along the 38.2% Fibonacci level. That bounce ran straight into the exact golden pocket where we found major resistance. So it was simply because of the fact that Ethereum could not break above the golden pocket and the fact that we had a major rejection from that importance level that set up Ethereum for some more bearish price action still to come, which as you can see brought us straight into the exact 120-day SMA. And so I'm sure you can see the similarities between this correction and the September correction. And once again, right now we are literally coming up to the golden pocket, which I mentioned just earlier in the video. So if Ethereum cannot break above that level, if we get a rejection from this price right here, then it is still possible for Ethereum to potentially have one more leg to the downside before then we bottom out and get ready for more bullish price action later on after seeing a bounce towards the 120-day SMA. But I want to make this clear, just because we saw that play out last time, it doesn't mean we're going to see the exact same thing again. So right now, I'm certainly not betting on another move to the downside. Like I said, I have already accumulated Ethereum towards these lows right here, but because I've only been dollar cost averaging into Ethereum, if we do end up playing one more move to the downside, at least I can still take advantage of that move, because once again, I haven't got all in at any given price level. I've just dollar cost averaged into Ethereum. And quickly checking out the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart here on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, we have seen an absolute textbook inverse head and shoulders pattern. Seriously, this is one of the most perfect inverse head and shoulders patterns and breakouts that I've seen in quite a while. I let you know about this bullish pattern 2 days ago right here, and then just yesterday I let you know that we were in the retest phase for this breakout. And so obviously since then we have seen that perfect retest and a continued move to the upside as expected. And right now the price target for this pattern is simply coming in at around 0.0786 Bitcoin per Ethereum, which from the point of the breakout to that price target was a potential 6% gain, but from where we are right now at the time of filming this video to that price target is still another 3% gain. And keep in mind that gain is not against the US dollar, that gain is against Bitcoin. So if we continue to play out that move, that means that Ethereum would be outperforming Bitcoin. And zooming out to the weekly chart for Ethereum valued against Bitcoin, what we can see here is a huge triangle pattern, more specifically a symmetrical triangle pattern forming right now on the big picture for Ethereum valued against Bitcoin. And Ethereum is currently testing the top line of resistance for this pattern, currently coming in at around 0.0764 Bitcoin per Ethereum. Now, keep in mind, we have only seen 2 prior touch points along that level, but we can possibly get away with that because looking at the support line, we have seen 3 touch points along this line of support. And technically speaking, the minimum amount of touch points that we need to see for a triangle pattern like this is 3 touch points along one line and 2 touch points along the other. But obviously, the more touch points, the better. But anyway, getting straight into the price target for this pattern, if we can break out above resistance with confirmation, this sets up a price target for Ethereum just above 0.1 Bitcoin per Ethereum, which by the way, from the point of the breakout, which is just about where we are right now, to that price target, you're talking about a 36% gain. And keep in mind, that gain is against Bitcoin. So for example, if Bitcoin is gaining against the US dollar, Ethereum is having an even bigger gain. And as for this price target in US dollar terms, just as an example, if Bitcoin, let's just say, is at 60,000 US dollars, then if Ethereum is sitting at 0.1 Bitcoin at a $60,000 Bitcoin, then that would mean Ethereum would be sitting at 6,000 US dollars per Ethereum. So this is obviously a huge opportunity moving forward for Ethereum holders. But once again, we need to see a confirmed break above resistance before that price target comes into play. And if you want to get extra real-time updates throughout the day on the crypto markets and even some trade signals from time to time, like for example, this tweet that I sent out 2 days ago talking about how I took some profits out of Elrond after having that huge 70% gain in just a few days. And ever since I posted that tweet around 2 days ago, the price of Elrond has had a further correction to the downside. And by the way, you'll find a link to my official Twitter account in the description down below and also in the pinned comment for all of these extra updates throughout the day. And if you enjoyed this video or got something valuable out of it, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. As always, I honestly do appreciate all of your support in the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. And before you click off, make sure you're checking out one of these uploads if you haven't seen them already, because these videos are just here to potentially help you make more money in the crypto markets. But anyway, that is really everything I've to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.